it's Chris Robinson here with Jermaine White. Jermaine, I know you had a tough fight, looks like, with Gabriel Bracero last month. How did that go, man? How was that fight for you?
To tell the truth, I think the referee did too much officiating.
Really?
If two fighters should just fight, let them fight. If they're not picking each other up, slamming each other, or too many fouls or too much clinching, I can understand. But like my game plan is to fight him on the inside. So when I got on the inside and I get to hitting him, break.
Yeah.
He taking points from me for headbutts. How you gonna take a point for accidental headbutt when they make that rule?
Yeah.
He literally said, if you saw the fight on TV, he said 1 point accidental headbutt, 1 point accidental headbutt, 1 point accidental. How you can take a point for an accidental headbutt?
Got you.
And I hate to say it, but it seemed like it was a political thing. The guy's from New York, he's Puerto Rican, there's a lot of Puerto Ricans in New York, I mean, he fought a good fight. I'm not taking nothing away from him. It was a tough fight. It was a tough fight. It was my first fight back in 3 years. But I felt that fight could have went either way, but the scores they had, oh my God, please.
Really?
Yeah. One judge had like 77 or something like that, but 74, something crazy like that. But I thought the fight was a lot more closer. It could have went either way. I showed the ring generalship. I countered. I countered effectively. I moved effectively. I made him miss a lot. I jabbed him. I worked. I mean, what was they? I know it's like I said, it's a popularity contest.
When another fight that happened at 140 pounds, Danny Garcia stopped Amir Khan. Yeah. What were your thoughts on that fight, man?
Oh man, he called him perfect. He called Amir Khan perfect. He punched him in the neck and hurt him good. There's a lot of nerves on the back area of the neck, but it looked like it landed more on the side. I'm not sure, but it was a good shot. Wish the best for Danny Garcia. He's doing his thing. He got 2 of the belts now. As far as him keeping the title for a long time, is yet to see.
They're talking Danny Garcia is going to fight Eric Morales again in October. I mean, he beat him the first time. What do you think about that rematch?
He's going to beat him again.
Really? Just as easily, you feel, or?
Not easily. It might be, Morales is a veteran. Yeah. He's been around. He got a lot of experience. So therefore, I could see Eric Morales picking it up a notch because he had some good rounds in that first fight. And I think he's going to try to put a little bit more of that. It might be a little more, the scorecards might be a little more tighter. It might be about the same. But Eric Morales, he's a good fighter. He's a good brawler. He's a good combination puncher. And if he can keep it up, we don't know until we see, but he might be able to get a close victory. But I still think Danny Garcia is going to pull it out.
And Khan-Peterson, you fought him in your career. He had the fight with the rematch with Amir Khan fall apart because he was tested for synthetic testosterone. What are your thoughts on his comeback? Do you think he can overcome all the negativity that's hit his career?
Oh, yeah, I mean, because the thing is about it, regardless if he took that, a lot of people, I was explaining to some guys in the gym the other day, make a long story short, I was telling, people like with the Aaron Pryor, with the drink he mixed. Yeah. A lot of people, these fights are so big that they go overboard to get that extra edge, and they really don't have to.
Yeah. They
really don't have to. So the thing is, it's based on your skill and your skill level and your ability. All that stuff. I mean, what's the name? The guy that fought De La Hoya, Fernando. Fernando used steroids and got knocked out. So it doesn't really help that much what they think. It's all about your ability, your skill level. Yeah. Strength, speed, all that stuff. That's extra. That's like icing on a cake. But how good is the cake? You know what I'm saying? So I feel that Lamont, he should be able to bounce back, no problem.
And you also, earlier in your career, didn't you fight Julio Cesar Chavez Jr?
Yes.
Now, since then, he's gone on. He's a middleweight champ now, fighting Sergio-Martinez. Are you surprised that he's gone on to have this much success?
Yes, because if you ever saw that fight between me and him, I was handling him pretty easily.
Yeah.
And for him to be that much bigger, because the issues of that fight was he didn't weigh the weight that we contract agreed on. because he came in at 144 pounds, and he jumped on the scale. He was over 147.
Yeah.
You know, the scale went all the way up. It didn't budge. It didn't bounce like this. It went.
Yeah.
And it didn't budge. So that means he was probably 155, 160 pounds in.
Right.
And you know, they kept on sticking. I'm telling on you, Julio and the camp. I'm telling on y'all. Y'all sticking money up under the door, trying to pay me for the weight and all that stuff. But we didn't know how much you weighed.
Yeah.
But, you know, but like I said, it's a political game.
Yeah.
And it's all about, if they got a lot of invested into a fighter, they're gonna make him a champion. And it don't matter how good he is. In this sport, it don't matter how good you are.
Yeah.
It's all about who's behind it.
His fight with Chavez-Martinez, do you give him a shot?
Yes.
Who, if you had to pick, how do you see the fight going down for you?
Unanimous decision to Julio.
Julio, you like him in that one?
It isn't that I like him. He's a star. When I fought him 6 years ago, he was the top ticket seller in the world.
Yeah.
So, with that being said, I don't think they'll let Sergio beat him.
Okay, man.
That and not only that, not on that, and that's just the politics of it, but on the skill level, I think that pressure. He's a big, strong guy. I think that pressure he's going to put on Sergio is going to play a big factor. Because you know, Sergio has the skills. I'm pretty sure if he saw my fight, he'd see that the effective movement is what can beat Julio.
Okay.
Effective movement and fast hands, which he has both. And he's elusive. So therefore, he can beat Julio. But if Julio apply the pressure that he's learned in this past few years, he could possibly pull this fight out.
All right, Jermaine, we appreciate it. Thanks a lot.